Excuse me.
Yeah.
What are you doing in my yard with a gun?
Your black cat is over at my house again. And I catch that thing over there, I'm gonna kill it. And I know you don't care. So get out of my way.
Does that feel good?
Section 5.20.
Imagine glancing at your doorbell camera footage and seeing a scene from a misguided attempt at a tough guy movie. That's exactly what happened in a quiet neighborhood when three young guys from across the street decided to make their presence known in a rather unsettling way. Caught on camera, one of the youths confidently approaches, looks directly into the lens, and brazenly displays a handgun. What's more shocking is how carelessly he shows his face, as if daring the camera to remember who he is. The group doesn't seem to hide or disguise their identities at all.
I'm not even from here. She's following me around to the trash can.
No, I haven't.
Recording me. I back in,
and of course I
minding my own business.
Weirdo!
Hey, what?
You're a weirdo.
Okay, now I have to call the police.
Here's a neighborhood encounter that escalates quickly and catches everyone off guard. In the video, a woman accuses her neighbor of being a weirdo and threatens him, claiming he's been following her and making her feel unsafe. The person filming insists the woman has followed him, flipping the accusation back on her. As the argument heats up, another guy steps in, trying to mediate without much success. The situation turns even more scary when the woman threatens to kill the man recording. Her friend intervenes, explaining that she feels harassed, which is why she's reacting so aggressively. At one point, the woman, visibly agitated, puts down what appears to be a weapon and rushes towards the man's door in an attempt to confront him physically. Luckily, he manages to close the door just in time.
You have a weapon?
No, bitch.
Stop, for real. Come here.
Close the door, ass.
Quit. Quit!
Oh my God. Hi. You should go inside. You're a really weirdo. You're like a really big weirdo.
I'm just making sure you're not...
You're extremely unsafe.
I'm just making sure you're not damaging my vehicle there.
I'm not damaging anything.
I'm gonna sit down here and record.
Damage my property by throwing shit up my stairs.
I did not do such a thing.
Yes, you did. I have a video of it.
Everybody knows this is you, including
I
yourself.
have.
Okay, take your evidence to the office.
Stop lying.
Take your evidence to the office.
I already did. I
Pedophile. Just try to form
slams his door all night.
drills at 3 a.m.
Why do you do that, by the way? Why are you
drill at
drilling
3
all the time? What are you drilling? Are you a drug addict?
Despite the immediate threat being over, he continues to record, worried that she might damage his car next. The standoff ends with the arrival of the police, who step in to handle the situation.
I'm just getting off the wall.
You know. Yes, it's just
Hi.
a lot of history.
I back in, and
Just like as
she's just over there recording me.
Okay.
And like, all right, whatever. It's not the first time she's been recording me. They think that I've been banging on the walls and throwing shit at their stairwell. So they're accusing me of things that haven't happened, and this is the first time that
that's just the history. That's the emotional history.
they're out there
Yes,
just
that's what we're getting to.
acting like this. I don't understand where this is coming from.
How long you been living here?
About 9 months.
Have you lived here the entire time, or have you moved after? Or?
Say again?
Have they lived here the entire time you lived here? Or
I think so.
Okay.
So either that or close to it.
Okay.
Gloria, could you please move out of the way?
Certainly. Yes, I've just come down to see about delivery.
That's wonderful, but there is no delivery, so if you could please move out of the way instead of being a nuisance. Instead of being a nuisance on purpose, which is exactly why you're standing here pretending. Just move along.
Are you calling me a nuisance on purpose?
Yes, you are a nuisance.
A woman, let's call her Blockade Karen, decides to play statue in front of a man's car for over 20 minutes. And guess what? The video here shows just the first 3 action-packed minutes. In the footage, we see Karen firmly planted in front of the car, ignoring the driver's polite request to move. The driver, a real trooper, even informs her that he has COVID, hoping to add some urgency to his plea. But no, Karen isn't budging. Not even a little. She seems to think that she's in a protest of one, making a stand by standing still.
Please move out the way, Gloria. You are obstructing our way up the street. Please move out the way.
I just walked down.
Okay, I'm done speaking to you. Please move out the way.
How did I know you were coming this moment?
Why are you still in the way is the question. Just move out the way, please.
I will do.
Great. Don't come very clear. I've got corona. I've got corona. Move out the way.
I'm not a nuisance.
You are a nuisance, Gloria. You're a deliberate nuisance.
I've just walked.
Please mind out. I don't want to hurt you. Please mind out. Please step back. I don't want to hurt you.
I really
Gloria, when you called the police on me for being a harassment...
Sorry, I can't talk to you. I've been told not to talk to you without a witness.
Okay, well, I'm videoing, so it's absolutely fine. And I believe Beth's camera is operational up there, so...
Good.
Okay, just stop being a nuisance. Clear the way, please. I'm trying to drive my car up the street.
Anybody will know, if they've looked at your video, that I'm not being a nuisance. I've just come down this second.
You are an absolute nuisance on purpose. Anything you can do to cause mischief and get in our way, be annoying, and you'll do it like you're doing right now, as this video shows. So pop up. Why don't you just pop up back to your house, call the police again, explain to them what a violent, abusive horror I am to have next door. I feel very sorry for you, Gloria. Just clear off out the way, please, and stop being a nuisance. Just move. Move yourself and move your house. Go away. Leave me in peace to get up the street. Go on, please move along.
All I've done is this second walk down.
If you don't stop obstructing me in this street, I will call the police.
Good.
With evidence this time. Because you have none. You have no legitimate complaint against me, and now you're standing in the street in the way. Move out of the way, Gloria.
All I've done is walk down here.
The driver tries to reason with her, his voice a mix of confusion and fading patience. As the minutes tick on, he resorts to the universal sign of "please move," honking his horn. But it's like honking at a brick wall. Karen doesn't flinch. She knows she's on camera, and that seems to only strengthen her resolve to stay put.
Alright, stop.
It looks like Karen performing her hit single, "I Shall Not Be Moved." By the end of the 3 minutes, you're not just wondering about her motives, you're practically ready to reward her for her commitment to being immovable.
If you come over here, I can spray you right now. You better turn around.
Why would you hurt me?
I'm not hurting you. It's water. See?
Ever had someone wander into your backyard and just not get the hint to leave? Well, one homeowner had this exact problem, and it's all on video. Imagine a normal day turning wild when a drunk neighbor stumbles into another person's yard and won't go away, turning a quiet garden into a wet mess. The homeowner, trying to stay cool, nicely asks the guy to go back to his own place. But no luck. The neighbor, thinking he's at a pool party thanks to his beer goggles, just won't leave. That's when the garden hose comes into play. Spraying him with water didn't work at first. The wet visitor began fooling around with the outdoor furniture, maybe mistaking the flower pots for another beer. Finally, after getting sprayed a second time, he got the message.
Go home. You're drunk.
Of course I'm drunk.
Go home. Go home. Right now.
You know what?
Go in.
The soaked neighbor walked off, hopefully towards dry land and clearer thoughts.
Do you own a pellet gun? You shoot my dog? Because he's dead, asshole. You shot my dog? You shot my dog.
In a deeply upsetting incident captured on video, a heated confrontation unfolds as a pet owner confronts his neighbor, an off-duty sheriff's deputy who fatally shot his dog. The owner, visibly distraught, is seen approaching his house, angered and heartbroken over the loss of Goose, a 1-year-old Basset Hound mix. The video reveals the tense moments following the incident. According to reports, the deputy, identified only as Shivers, shot Goose after the dog entered his backyard through a partially repaired fence. The deputy claimed that the dog was barking aggressively and behaved threateningly, leading to the tragic decision.
What was your dog doing in my yard?
Our yard. We're back there doing yard work. We're trimming trees. He wandered over here and you shoot him? And killed him with a pellet gun? In a goddamn neighborhood? Are you a cop? What department do you work for?
Don't worry about what department.
Motherfucker. I am not in a goddamn mood.
What are you gonna do?
How about I shoot your dumb ass?
You wanna shoot me?
He shot
You wanna
my dog. Are you okay with that?
get off the fucking property?
He shot my dog. What's your name?
The incident escalated when Shivers, initially trying to fend off Goose with a rake, felt threatened as he lost his balance during the altercation. He then retrieved a gun from his house and, upon returning, ended up shooting the dog in the head after claiming the animal lunged at him.
What do you want me to do?
What?
What do you want me to do? What are you gonna get me fired?
Yeah, I'm gonna get you fired.
For
I want you
what?
to apologize. You shot
For what?
my dog. He's dead. He was dead in 2 goddamn minutes with a pellet gun in residential area. You're wrong Marine.
Goose later died at an animal hospital. Do you believe it was justified? Imagine you're enjoying a quiet day, maybe sipping some iced tea on your balcony, and then you spot a scene that quickly boils your blood, not from the heat, but from frustration. That's what happened to one vigilant neighbor who captured a distressing video of a dog left out on a nearby balcony in the sweltering heat. In the video, the poor dog can be seen desperately seeking shelter from the heat, eventually finding a small shadow under a piece of artificial turf. Yes, you heard that right. This dog's only relief from a potential heat stroke was a synthetic patch of green that's probably hotter than the gossip in the building. The dog pants heavily, with no water or proper shade in sight, which makes you wonder if the owner missed the memo on basic pet care or just skipped the chapter on empathy in the owner's manual.
I don't know if you guys can tell, but the dog is literally hiding under the grass from how hot he is. Again, no food, no water. This poor thing, dude. Look at that sun.
It's one of those moments where you wish pets could choose their humans. This dog's owner might be more suited to owning a rock, something that doesn't require attention, affection, or, water. Ever wonder what kind of spine-chilling soundtrack your neighborhood might produce? Well, in a recent video captured by a doorbell camera, the night not only brought darkness but also an eerie sound. The footage, recorded from a seemingly quiet home, unexpectedly picked up a haunting noise. The creepy clip has made the rounds among neighbors, but nobody seems to know what it could be. No one's been reported missing, and no screams were heard in person, just this disturbing footage. It left the block with more questions than answers. Is it a ghost, someone's very late-night TV binge watching, or perhaps the local wildlife expressing their dramatic flair?
Dude, I wasn't doing anything, I promise!
Excuse me. What are you doing in my yard with a gun?
In a shocking turn of events that sounds more like a wild western than a suburban drama, a video from a homeowner's camera shows an elderly lady taking a neighborhood dispute to an armed expedition. Armed with a shotgun, she's seen prowling around her neighbor's property, not for a friendly visit, but in pursuit of their cat. The lady claims the cat has been making unauthorized visits to her place, and she's decided to take matters into her own hands, literally.
What are you doing in my yard with a gun?
Your black cat is over at my house again. And I catch that thing over there, I'm gonna kill it. And I know you don't care, so get out of my way.
I think you need to...
Go.
I think we need to not come onto my property again, ever.
I think you need to keep that cat out of my property. I catch that cat on my property again. You're gonna be sorry.
The footage shows her sneaking around, shotgun in hands, looking more like she's hunting a dinosaur than dealing with a cat. Let's hope this grandma reconsiders her tactics and opts for a less dramatic solution. Imagine thinking you've got the creepiest crawlers in your basement, and then finding out it's just a guy refusing to leave. That's exactly what happened in La Crosse, Wisconsin, when a simple trespassing call escalated into a 4-hour standoff with police. The drama began around 6 p.m. when La Crosse police were alerted to an unwanted visitor at a residence on South 10th Street. Jason S. Rankin, the uninvited guest, had made himself quite at home under the crawl space of a random house's basement. When police arrived, communication with Rankin was anything but normal. Initially silent, he later claimed he was stuck in a wall and couldn't find his way out.
Hey man, I can hear you. You alright? Alright, can you come out for me? Can you hear me? Are you able to crawl out? Alright, could you do that for me? Because we don't want to have the fire department come over and start cutting holes in the floor to get you out. We're not going anywhere, just... Okay, you're stuck? Okay, what do you mean by stuck? Like you can't, like you're pinned or there's just no way out? Are you hurt?
Yeah.
Okay, how are you hurt?
As officers made contact, it seemed Rankin might come out peacefully. However, he quickly changed his mind, retreating further into his makeshift hideout. Despite repeated pleas from the officers to come out, Rankin became increasingly agitated, even threatening to kill the officers and kicking at a K9 unit that was brought in to coax him out.
Do you have a phone with you? No. Okay. We're gonna shine a light in there, and if you can see it, crawl towards that light, okay? You see it? Yeah. Okay, start crawling towards that light.
Efforts to de-escalate the situation included deploying limited chemical agents and offering Rankin water to wash out his eyes, but he remained defiant, at one point arming himself with a metal pipe.
Hey, Jason. Jason. Alright, so you got two options, man. You come out and I give you this bottle of water, or I'm gonna spray pepper spray up there and you can come out that way. I'd much rather have you come out here and have a bottle of water than me pepper spray up there.
Jason, we got Trashy waiting too. They want to make sure, all of us want to make sure you're okay, since you said that your shoulder and stuff's hurting. We thought you were stuck. You're probably dehydrated. Jason, come on. Come out so we don't have to spray this down here.
Jason, this is your last warning before I give you pepper spray, okay? Can you hear me?
Hey, Jason, no one wants to hurt you. That's why we didn't just yank you out earlier. We were trying to make sure you could get out as safe as possible.
Jason, last chance. I do not have to send any more in there if you crawl out.
Jason, once you're out in the fresh air and we get some water to you, you're going to feel a lot better.
Jason, come on. Jason, do you need help getting out?
No, come on in.
We're not coming in.
Come in.
The only thing that's going to come in is pepper spray if you don't come out. Jason, will you crawl out to the sound of my voice? All right, here it comes. Cross police department with the K9. Come out. Come out the way you came. Otherwise, they'll deploy the dog and you may be bit. Find him. Find him. Jason, the dog's right there. Speak. Speak. Good boy, watch him. Watch that guy. Good boy. Down. Get him. Watch him. Watch him. Watch him. Don't kick the dog. Do not kick the dog. Hey, Loki. Down. Hey. Stop chewing stuff up. Go. Down. 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 Come on. Good boy. Down. Down. Relax. So he started kicking at him. So if we go in there, if he's gonna kick at a dog, he's up.
After multiple attempts with chemical agents and hours of negotiation, Rankin finally crawled toward the opening, where officers were able to help him out and put an end to the standoff.
Stop resisting! Stop resisting! Stop resisting! Ow! I got cuffs on.
You're gonna break my arm. You can't break my shoulders like that. They don't do it.
Earlier in the day, Rankin had also entered another property without permission, leading to this chaotic series of events when confronted by a resident. He was arrested after finally leaving his unconventional hiding spot. Who needs horror movies when you've got real-life basement dwellers?
Hello.
Sure. Okay, shield back there.
Hello.
You're doing well.
Give me your business card.
I don't have one.
What are you doing here without a business card?
I'm just taking care of people's bugs, sir.
What do you mean bugs?
Spiders, ants, roaches.
What company are you with?
Hawks.
Hawks?
Yeah.
Why don't you have a business card?
Because I'm just a route manager.
Get the
God, in this neighborhood, dude.
In a neighborhood scene that's buzzing with more than just insects, a pest control professional found himself the target of a heated verbal assault. Captured on video, this unfortunate encounter shows a man, presumably a neighbor, confronting the pest control worker during his routine job. The video reveals the neighbor aggressively questioning the worker, hurling insults and demanding to know why he's there. He doesn't stop at questions. He goes on to angrily insist that the worker leave immediately, using harsh language and accusing him of doing something wrong.
Trying to get this guy out of the neighborhood. He's driving everybody crazy.
You're the only person, all of your neighbors were really nice. You're the only one that's acted like this.
It's clear from the footage that the pest control guy is just trying to promote his services to the neighborhood. Instead of the usual things, or just being ignored he often gets for keeping the bugs away, he's faced with hostility this time.
He didn't even answer the door. You've been cussing at me, using God's name in vain. I don't know who's the jerk here.
It's not against the law to cuss.
You're right. It's not against the law to knock on the door.
Yeah, it is. There's no soliciting signs all over.
Look.
You don't even have a business card.
You probably need to go to church, sir.
You know what?
I'm sorry. I was just coming to talk to you about the dog.
Hopefully he can smooth things over, or maybe just move on and keep doing his job without any more needless fuss. And as for the angry neighbor, maybe he needs a little more pest control in his attitude. In what seems to be a politically charged episode of Neighborhood Disagreements, a doorbell camera captures a somewhat tipsy Karen making a fuss over a Biden yard sign. The video starts with a woman ringing the doorbell, asking the homeowners to come out and chat. When they decline, she doesn't take it too well.
Hello, can I help you?
I want to talk to you. This is Elba. I want to show you something.
I'm sorry, I can't come to the door right now.
Get out your neighborhood bylaws. It's section 5.20. No signs shall be in the yards. If you don't take this Harris Biden shit down, I will sue you.
Quite irate, she insists that they need to talk, especially about that Biden sign in the yard that she hates. She even goes as far as claiming that the law forbids such signs, though her legal advice does not exist.
And I was going to have you sell my house, but that's not going to happen now, and you're going to lose a lot of business because of this crap. You get out your neighborhood association bylaws, section 5.20.
This encounter gives a whole new meaning to political spirits, showing just how much yard signs can stir up emotions in the neighborhood.
Yeah, you should give your dog. Get the away from me! Their dog is fucking.
In a harrowing series of events captured by a doorbell camera, a neighborhood dispute takes a dangerous turn as a family is repeatedly harassed by their neighbor's aggressive dogs. The footage begins with a scene where one of the dogs attacks a woman right outside of her home.
Let's go! Get your goddamn dog! Control them! Control them! That's You need to control your goddamn dog! on, you guys!
The situation escalates quickly as the video shows the same dog later breaking into her house and launching another attack. The indoor footage is particularly disturbing. It captures the moment the dog forcefully enters the home and goes after the woman again. Her screams and cries are heard, indicating a possibly serious bite, making the situation even more tense. A deeply unsettling video captured by a young woman shows a disturbing encounter in a Canadian apartment complex, where a man goes on a racist tirade against his Asian neighbor. The video begins in the hallway, where the man, furious, accuses his neighbor of bringing the coronavirus to Canada. As the footage continues, the man's rant escalates into violent threats, including a chilling threat to behead her.
Shoot you, I'll kill you, I'll decapitate you.
Okay.
I'll decapitate you. Let's go.
Sure.
Come on. Let's go.
So itawag ka 911.
Come on. Filipino little.
His screams are not just filled with anger, but also carry a dangerous level of hatred and xenophobia.
Big hell! Get the out of Canada.
Corona into Canada.
The woman, clearly terrified, tries to retreat while the man continues to shout and harass her from his window. Despite the urgency of the situation, the police response was delayed, not arriving until the following morning. During this time, the woman endured ongoing verbal assaults. The tense situation finally sees a glimmer of hope when a neighbor in the parking lot steps in to support her while they await the authorities. The suspect, it turns out, had a history of similar incidents, suggesting a troubling pattern of behavior.
At that moment, like, I'm scared for our safety. I don't want it to happen again to anyone. Like, no one deserves it. Like, it's really traumatizing.
Hi. Please wait. It may take me a moment to answer.
Ever wonder what kind of drama a doorbell camera can catch? Well, here's one. The footage shows an armed man, known in the neighborhood as the local troublemaker, standing at a doorstep, knocking and then delivering a not-so-friendly message directly to the camera. The man, who apparently makes a habit of this kind of behavior, demands that the residents open the door, waving his weapon. He doesn't just stop banging and yelling. He starts threatening whoever's on the other side of the door, giving the camera a good view of his aggressive intentions.
See me? Better remember my face right to this door before I break this shit down. I'll break this shit down, throw your head off. Answer that door.
Social media users who caught the video recognized him as the neighborhood menace who had been frightening locals with similar incidents. Thankfully, this doorbell video led to his arrest, and he was charged with criminal menacing. It's one of those times when you're grateful for modern tech catching the action live, proving that sometimes your doorbell is the best witness to the crazy on your doorstep. Here's something you don't see every day: a neighborhood argument escalating to the point of car chase and close calls. all captured on a bystander's video. The footage shows a bizarre scene where a heated exchange between a man in his car and a woman on the street takes a sudden and alarming turn. As the argument heats up, the man begins to drive in circles around the neighborhood, with the woman trying to reason with him from a distance. But in a crazy twist, the car speeds up and, unbelievably, heads straight for the woman. Miraculously, she manages to avoid serious injury even as the vehicle makes contact.
Oh God, she done red shot over, Sean. Oh.
What could have possibly led to this extreme reaction? Was it road rage taken to new heights, or something said in the heat of the moment that pushed the driver over the edge? Whatever the backstory, it's clear that tensions were running higher than usual.
Hebben we helemaal niks mee te maken. Hij is, kijk uit hoor, hij is af.
Ever think your neighborhood could double as a fireworks launchpad? Well, for one community, that became a startling reality. Caught on a neighbor's video is a massive explosion of fireworks that lit up the sky, and probably some tempers too.
Oh jee. Rambo! Jij bent niet goed joh. Rambo is gek. Jij bent gekke joh, Rambo. Zie je wat je doet, Mongo?
The footage reveals what happens when a fireworks enthusiast decides to turn their backyard into the main stage of a pyrotechnic festival. Imagine chilling in your living room when suddenly it feels like the 4th of July is happening right on your front lawn. Talk about an explosive surprise. The video captures a sky-high blast of colors and sounds, turning a quiet evening into a blockbuster event. As thrilling as it might be for some, not everyone was amused. The psycho neighbor, as they're referred to, definitely wasn't cheering. Picture them probably thinking about drafting a strongly worded letter to the homeowners association, or just investing in some heavy-duty earplugs. After all, not everyone appreciates an unscheduled fireworks festival right in their backyard.
Don't stare at me. It won't be funny anymore.
Then why'd you do it? Fuck it.
You better remove that.
I'm not moving
I can't
it.
even sleep at night because I think the house is going to burn. Just get out.
There is no propane in there.
It's not on.
There is no propane in there.
In a startling video captured by a neighbor's camera, a deeply troubled scene unfolds in a quiet backyard. The footage shows a woman, clearly in distress, breaking into a neighbor's garden. She's driven by what looks like paranoia, screaming at the top of her lungs about a supposed propane leak she believes was intended to kill her. Her cries are not just loud, they're filled with terror. She genuinely fears for her life, suggesting she's convinced that an explosion is imminent. Amid her frantic shouts and tears, she repeatedly claims that they're all going to die and that someone is watching her. The level of her distress is heart-wrenching and points to a potential severe mental health crisis.
You know you do this to yourself.
The neighbors, witnessing this alarming breakdown, plead with her to leave their property. However, she remains inconsolable, trapped in her delusional panic.
What are you doing? I can't. gonna die. You're gonna get down right there. I can't tie it back. They're staring at me. If I die, Jesus, Sandra, get down. Doctor knows. If I die, get down off of there. No. Get down off of there. I don't want fire.
There's not going to be a fire. There's no propane in there. There is no propane in there.
There's not going to be a fire. Oh, yeah, they'll just turn it on.
There's no propane in there.
It doesn't turn on.
We need to get you out, you thieves! Space invaders! Space invaders! We're sick of you on the Upper West Side! Stealing our fancy apartments and not paying your bills! And then you can't even help!
Ever wonder what it's like living above the eye of a storm? Well, here's a slice of life from an apartment where the downstairs neighbor's off-meds days mean everyone's in for a loud treat. At least this is what they said in a Reddit post. A resident captures a video from his house, recording as his neighbor unleashes a verbal hurricane right outside their door. The video picks up every decibel of the neighbor's meltdown, featuring a barrage of accusations and demands.
You can't even help a neighbor! You can't even help a woman! Because you need us to steal! You stupid You had to slam the door on me! Everything is peeling downstairs!
She's not just upset. She's convinced her upstairs neighbors are criminals who need to pack up and move out stat. And really, who could blame anyone for not wanting to open the door to a personal verbal smackdown?
At least when they come up to save you, make sure you tell them that I banged on the door and nobody opened it because you look like a criminal perp that's up to no good with them too, crooked white devil!
Talk about a shocking home makeover nobody asked for. Imagine you're just chilling at home, and suddenly it's raining plaster and glass, thanks to your upstairs neighbor's accidental gun discharge. That's exactly the scene captured in a crazy video where a bullet from above blasts through the ceiling, leaving a hole and a shower of debris. The footage shows a living room turned impromptu shooting range target, with shattered glass and chunks of ceiling scattered all over the furniture.
Oh my fucking god, how much just died? They just fucking accidentally shot their gun. And I was sitting right here.
It's like the upstairs neighbor was trying to start a very aggressive and unannounced home renovation project on your behalf. Meanwhile, you might want to invest in a helmet or maybe a more predictable upstairs neighbor. Imagine sipping your coffee, gazing out your 12th floor window, and suddenly your neighbor pops up from the balcony below to say hi. And that's exactly the heart-stopping moment captured in a chilling snapshot, showing an elderly man scaling a high-rise building just to deliver a neighborly greeting. Yes, you heard that right. The senior isn't letting the height stop him from making a personal connection. At least one that's terrifyingly unsafe. His crazy perch on the edge of the balcony makes you wonder if he missed the memo on safer ways to socialize. Like, you know, using a phone. Just when you thought neighborly antics couldn't get any more bizarre, here comes a doorbell cam classic that really takes the cake. In an unsettling display of territory marking, a video captures a neighbor who decided that the best place to relieve himself isn't a bathroom, but someone else's doorstep. Yes, you heard that right. The footage shows him casually walking up to the door, checking if the coast is clear, and then proceeding to urinate right there, as if the doorstep was his personal restroom. What's wrong with people nowadays?
Hey bro, I don't want to do this, but the other board members of the HOA said I have to do this because you live in the neighborhood.
What could be a snippet from a quirky neighborhood sitcom? A doorbell camera video captures an odd and somewhat confusing encounter. It's just another day until the neighbor approaches the door, knocks, and then proceeds to address the homeowner through the camera. He earnestly declares that they need to discuss neighborhood rules and policies, a seemingly normal start. However, the conversation takes a bizarre turn when he calls the homeowner a pain in the ass, and then oddly invites them to a meeting while recommending that they shouldn't attend.
Right. It's an invitation for our meeting tonight. It's at 7 p.m. We're going to discuss some of the rules and some of the issues that we're having in the neighborhood and around problems that we're having with you. Flat out and simple. I'm just going to give you like a heads up. Like, I wouldn't say anything if I were you. I wouldn't even voice your opinion on stuff because, you know, we know how that goes when you voice your opinion. It doesn't really work like that in an HOA because we already have set rules and set policies. So yeah, I wouldn't even go, to be honest. They're making me invite you, but I don't want to invite you because I know how big of a problem you are to the neighborhood, to the HOA. To be honest, you're a pain in the ass, and everyone knows that. So I have to invite you. Here's the invitation. I'll slide right there. My recommendation is I wouldn't go. Plain and simple, I wouldn't go. But your choice. Highly recommend not going though. Okay, see ya.
It was speculated online if the video was real or fake. Whether you find it amusing or awkward, real or fake, this doorbell diatribe certainly gives neighborly advice a whole new meaning. In a neighborhood drama, a raw moment of karmic justice is captured. Frustrated by their neighbors' continuous disrespect and dumping trash on their property, one household decides enough is enough and takes a stand. The trashy neighbors, probably feeling a bit cheeky, start filming the whole counterattack. They're ticked off, but come on, they started it, right? It's like they forgot that they were the instigators in this garbage saga. Things get so heated that officers show up to cool everyone down.
Get down off there so you don't kill yourself. Jump off, please. Listen to me now. You have called the police. If you're not gonna do this, then we're gonna leave. If there's someone on the other side of that wall, you're gonna don't you put your hands on me, buddy. You're picking up pieces of wood and chucking it over the wall. I know, but police are here now.
In a neighborhood encounter that escalated quickly, a video recorded by a woman captures her standoffish neighbor trying to spray her just because she turned down a date with him. Yes, you heard that right. The video shows the woman, camera in hand, confronting her neighbor after he menacingly brandishes a can of pepper spray. Standing her ground, she warns him that she'll report him to the authorities if he doesn't back off.
Get the away from me! I'm gonna charge your ass! I'm gonna charge you, loser! Loser!
Hey, Maddie.
You're lucky that didn't get me!
Loud and clear, she shouts her intentions to take legal action, which is justified. This bizarre attempt has a clear lesson. Pepper spray is no Cupid's arrow. Maybe next time I'll think twice before escalating from creepy to criminal.
You better not! I'm gonna charge you, loser!
Ever had a neighbor who thinks that they're the headliner at an unscheduled 1:30 a.m. balcony concert? Well, here's a story for you. A video captured from an across-the-street balcony shows a neighbor turning it up. Not just the music volume, but also his vocal cords, screaming along to the tunes in the middle of the night. In the video, you can see and hear this improvised performer giving his all as if his balcony were the stage of a sold-out arena. The music blasts, his shouts echo, and sleep? Well, that was not on his playlist for the night. It's a scene that mixes a bit of absurdity with a lot of noise pollution. For anyone who's ever thought about joining in on late-night balcony performances, this might serve as a cautionary tale, or maybe just a reminder to buy some earplugs.
2459 up there, we all heard this girl screaming bloody murder, help me.
In a harrowing event captured on body cam footage, Florida deputies were called to a home in Pompano Beach after neighbors reported hearing disturbing screams in September. The situation escalated dramatically by October when Paul Henry DiGiacinto was implicated in the murder of his girlfriend, Kayla Arce, and the attempted murder of his father in Coral Springs.
Broward County Sheriff's Office.
This happens all the time.
Broward County Sheriff's Office.
That guy, he scares the shit out of me. Do you hear it still in your apartment or not?
You're at the door, so open it up.
Every day. Every day here.
I can hear you at the door.
Open the door, it's the sheriff's office.
All right, due to exigent circumstances, we're 10-4. Due to exigent circumstances, if we have to go ahead and break the door down or get someone with the key to open the door, we will. We just need to find out if everybody's okay. There's no way in the world you didn't hear us knocking at that door.
Set it off, throw the keys down. Throw the keys down. Throw the keys down. Throw the keys down.
You got any guns, knives, weapons, anything on you we need to know about?
Oh,
nothing at all?
At all.
Okay.
Why didn't you guys come to the door?
Why didn't you come to the door?
We banged.
Why are you shaking so? Why are you shaking?
You guys just came out of nowhere. I showered.
Okay, you came out of nowhere. You heard us knocking on that door the whole time.
We literally are going
You
to
didn't hear us knocking.
breakfast.
We're banging the hell out of the door. Why didn't you guys come to the door?
We're downstairs.
We banged pretty hard.
Why are you shaking?
You guys just came out of nowhere. I showered.
Okay, you came out of nowhere. You heard us knocking on that door the whole time.
We literally are going
You didn't hear us knocking. We're banging the hell out of the door.
Okay,
My
so
hands
I
are
saw-
red banging on the door. And you didn't hear us.
We're downstairs.
Anybody else
I'm
inside?
sorry. Nobody else is inside. I'm sorry. I don't know what's going on.
Your neighbors and everybody heard you screaming. Heard her screaming. Like something was wrong. And then she's not answering, so therefore that gives us even more of a suspicious incident where we got to go and find out who's alive and who's dead, or see if anybody's okay. That's where we're coming from.
Okay, I mean, yeah, but everyone's fine. I mean,
This shocking case has left the community and Ars's friends seeking answers and justice for a life cut tragically short. Ever had a neighbor who thinks they're the next pop star? Well, here's a video of one in action. Captured at 2 a.m., the footage shows a neighbor not just playing music loudly, but giving a full-on performance. Complete with a guitar, he performs for the neighborhood, or more likely, disrupts the sleep of everyone within earshot. At one point, he even grabs his guitar and points it at the camera, almost as if he's challenging anyone to complain about his late-night concert. It seems the neighborhood was already quite familiar with this hobby. Maybe next time he could consider a set of headphones, or at least a less enthusiastic audience like his pillows.
First off, what happened out here tonight?
Well, you want to go over and I can show you where it happened by my tractor?
Well, I just need to know what happened.
What happened? Well, I was...
Unless there's some kind of evidence there.
Marks on the ground maybe is all.
Okay.
And I lost my hat there. Right? Anyway, I just a chainsaw off because it's getting dark.
Okay.
I was cutting a little firewood.
Okay.
And I didn't hear him come up to me. He grabbed me by the left shoulder and swung me around. His first hit, I think, was here, and then I went down on the ground, and I crawled a little bit under the back of my tractor to keep him from hitting me much more, because he wasn't hitting me in the body. He was just trying to hit me in the head and in the shoulders.
Okay.
And he kept pulling me out, and he said he's going to kill me. And he said he was going to kill my daughter and the grandkids.
Okay.
They live in Chicago, but they come here quite often.
Okay.
And he hit me about 30 times.
In Van Buren County, Michigan, body cam footage exposed Gregory Miller, 58, confessing to attacking his 79-year-old neighbor, William Cracker, intending to outlive him over a petty dispute about firewood. Miller attacked Cracker unprovoked, punching him in the head and face, knocking him down, and threatening his life.
So you were facing away, you never seen him coming?
No, never seen him.
He just grabbed you by your left shoulder?
Yeah.
And then spun you around?
Yeah. And said, I'm going to kill you.
Okay. He said he's going to kill you.
As he was hitting me. He said, I'm going to kill you, and I'm going to kill your daughter, and I'm going to kill your grandkids.
Okay.
He says, I just found out I got prostate cancer, and I'm going to die.
Okay. So he said that stuff and then started punching you?
Well, he was already punching me then.
Okay.
He said that he's punching, and then he said that at least once, maybe twice more.
Okay. So when he first grabbed you and spun you around, at that point, did he say, I'm going to kill you, and then started punching you?
Well, I guess I really can't say for sure which was first. It was all about the same time.
Yep. Okay. But there was no other conversation.
No.
Just grabbed you, turned around, and just started beating on you. And hit you approximately 25 to 30 times?
Yeah.
Miller's chilling confession included plans to kill Cracker if released.
How you doing, sir?
Oh, okay. Angry.
All right. Yeah, we'll just stay out here and talk for a second.
Oh, I have a small dog.
He's right here.
Oh, jeez.
You want to put him back in first?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah. Neighbor is always making noise over next to my house. I'm tired of it. We don't get along.
Okay.
It's been going on since I moved in here.
Okay.
And it's not going to go away. We hate each other. And I punched him in the face.
Okay. So did you talk to him at first? Did you guys have a conversation, or did you just go over, grab a hold of him, turn him around, and start beating on him?
No, we do not speak.
Okay.
We do not.
So you didn't speak at all. You just walked up, grabbed him.
No, we do speak, but this has been going on for 20 years.
Okay.
I hate him. He hates me.
Okay.
That's why there's a fence there.
Okay. But I'm talking. Now we're veering off that path again.
I lost my temper.
Okay. Okay.
And I went and yep.
Okay.
I'm tired of it. And I told him, okay, so I'm retired.
Okay.
I have no children. He has kids. He has grandkids.
Held on a $1 million bond, he faces charges of attempted murder. Talk about taking a neighborly disagreement way too far.
So Greg, at this point right now, what I'm going to do is I want you to turn around, put your hands behind your back for me. I want you to interlace your fingers. Interlace your fingers like you're praying.
I will.
No, interlace your fingers like you're praying.
Oh, well, you lock the door?
Yeah, just a second. Keep your hands right there.
Days before the tragic discovery of Ryan Walker Padovani's body, Walter Zollner III, the man later charged with his murder, released a disturbing video on YouTube that now serves as a prelude to the crime. In the video, dated March 4th, just one day before Padovani was found deceased, Zollner made unsettling revelations about his mental state.
Good afternoon. If you are wondering, God is real, devils are real, and even ancient eldritch gods that can possess you are real. How do I know this? Because I got tricked into selling my soul. Don't listen to the voices in your head unless it's God himself, in which case, make sure you pay attention to the guy because he knows what he's talking about. Otherwise, if it's any of those other fallen angels or demons, or they try to call themselves spirits, don't listen to them. They're full of it, and they want your soul.
Appearing visibly disturbed, Zollner claimed that he had sold his soul, was possessed by an ancient god, and urgently needed an exorcism. This alarming declaration on social media hinted at his deeply troubled psyche, though investigators noted that there was no known history of mental illness up to that point. Zollner's strange words in that video now form a critical piece of evidence, portraying a man who believed himself to be under the control of the supernatural forces.
I know this because I made a mistake and I agreed to help formulate a godhead, and now I have an old ancient god that I can't name possessing me. and I'm in a bit of trouble. So if you see this and you know anyone who can perform an exorcism, please get in touch with me. I'd really appreciate it. Thank you.
The case against Zollner strengthened with the discovery of his journal, where he confessed to the crime, and the subsequent raid on his residence uncovered further alarming items, including plans for body armor, weapons, and drugs. Here's a neighborhood mystery that might just give the local ghost hunters a run for their money. Imagine this. A porch light at a neighbor's house starts flashing randomly, and no one's been home for the last 6 months. Yeah, it's been flickering on and off for weeks now, and it's got everyone talking.
Favorite part of your book? Oh my god. No, that's great. My brain is like, this is funny though.
Caught on camera, this spooky light show isn't just a one-time event. It's like the house decided to throw its disco party without inviting any of the neighbors. Maybe it's trying to signal outer space or just practicing for Halloween way ahead of schedule. Whatever the case, this unoccupied home's flashing light is turning heads and raising eyebrows in the neighborhood. In a scene straight out of a suspense thriller, a video captured from a homeowner's window shows a mysterious figure standing motionless in the pouring rain. It's 5 a.m., dark and stormy, and there, just beyond the reach of the porch light, is a person holding an umbrella, utterly still, facing the house. The video, which has sent shivers down the spine of neighbors and online viewers alike, raises more questions than answers. Who is the silent watcher? What brings them there in such harsh weather conditions, and why just stand there staring at the house? Whatever the case, this unexpected visitor has become the talk of the neighborhood, turning a simple video into a viral ghost story. So, next time it rains at 5 a.m., you might want to peek through your curtains, just in case the mysterious umbrella holder decides to visit your front yard too. In the quiet of the night at 3:30 a.m., a doorbell camera captures an unexpectedly heartwarming yet mysterious scene. Two strangers appear seemingly out of nowhere in front of a homeowner's door. They place a bouquet on the doorstep, and as they leave, one of them whispers, "God bless you, miss," into the camera.
God bless you, miss. Have a good day.
The video is full of kindness and a bit of mystery, and it's got people online wondering and guessing. Who are these nighttime helpers? And why did they decide to leave flowers at such a strange time? Perhaps it's just the universe's way of saying the world isn't such a dark place, even at 3:30 in the morning. In Rhode Island, a disturbing chain of events led to a tragic police shootout. James Harrison, 52, initiated a high-speed chase after allegedly murdering his mother and a neighbor and critically injuring the neighbor's 15-year-old daughter.
Killed 3 people.
There's 3 entrances up.
Hey, let me see your hands.
Which one are you at? 17, 42.
Let me see your hands. Hands. Hands.
The chaos began after a complaint about Harrison peeping into the teenager's bedroom. Despite an initial police response, they couldn't act immediately against Harrison due to legal constraints, which only allowed them to watch as Harrison escalated his violent spree the next day. This ended in a shootout after a car crash when Harrison pointed a gun at officers. Just when you thought the holiday spirit was all set, 2 Grinches show up. Caught on a doorbell camera late at night, a car pulls up and 2 thieves jump out, ready to steal some holiday joy. The video catches them targeting a big plastic snowman, a favorite Christmas decoration in the neighborhood. They snatch it, haul it across the yard, and jam it into their car, kind of like Santa Claus coming down the chimney, but instead of delivering, they're taking. Hopefully, there's a happy ending with some holiday justice, and the decorations find their way back. Meanwhile, it might be a good idea for everyone to beef up their holiday security, maybe add some motion detecting reindeer or elves with alarms. Imagine getting a text from your neighbor asking you to check on his wife because someone suspicious might be lurking around their house. You rush over, ready to help, but find nothing out of the ordinary. Relieved but puzzled, you head back to your home. But then you check your phone and see a doorbell camera video that sends chills down your spine. The footage reveals a shirtless man approaching your neighbor's door. It's not just his lack of attire that's alarming, it's his whole demeanor. Creepy is an understatement. This guy doesn't look like a friendly visitor.